This is the Feel Good Factor. I'm Susmita Veganosaurus and I'm so glad you're here today. If this is your first time here, this is a podcast about joy, fulfillment, well being, mindfulness, joyfulness in work, life, and creativity. If you enjoyed this episode, you're definitely going to like my free newsletter, The Feel Good Tribe. I send out emails once, twice a month, loaded to the gills with lots of information. Go to veganosaurus.com/newsletter and sign up. The link is in the show notes. All right, on to today's episode. For the past couple of weeks, I think almost a month now, I've been practicing this morning routine and I'm just loving it. I wanted to do it for long enough to see how much it lasts and also see the benefits of it before coming here and telling you about it, of course. So I was inspired to start this because of Anne Handley. Anne Handley has something that she calls a Sunday morning routine, and it's something you do as soon as you wake up. It's a very simple practice. It's a writing practice, so simple, and it makes it very easy for you. So the chances of it lasting long is very good. The idea is to do it before you touch your phone or laptop or even read a book. Basically, to have output before input. It helps you be more creative. But more than being more creative, it helps you be more observant in your day to day life. I mean, in real life, not online life. So that's the purpose of it. We all spend so much time online. It's about becoming much more connected to what's around you every day. The practice is really simple. You take a small notebook, it doesn't even have to be an A4 sized one, even A5 is fine. A small notebook, and you divide it into four quarters. Like you can put a plus in the middle, big plus in the middle, and it becomes four parts. The first part you write on top did, the second part you write saw, third you write heard, and fourth you write draw. Did, saw, heard, draw. When you wake up in the morning, after maybe you brush and stuff, of course, if you want to get comfortable, come back and sit in your bed only, and then fill out these four squares uh, based on what happened the day before. So it's basically yesterday I did, yesterday I saw, yesterday I heard, yesterday, and then a random drawing. I'll come to the drawing part later. I've been adding more squares to customize it. Sometimes I write about cook or taste or smell or some different feeling, something like that. I do different things, but this basic square is very, very easy to follow, and then you can customize as you like later. So in the did, you write fragments of thoughts of what you did yesterday, different things you did. Again, as far as possible, IRL. If you do want to put some work that you've done online, fine. But preference to IRL stuff. You don't have to list every single thing you did. It's not a journal. It's just fragments of thought for you to just recall your previous day and put them into words. The second is saw. Again, what did you see? What did you observe out in the world on the previous day? Then the heard, which is things you heard, like maybe sounds, bits of conversation somewhere, maybe even silence, because it was really, rare to hear the silence, things like out in nature, like birds and breeze and stuff like that. It's totally up to you. And finally, the last square, which is draw, is just for you to draw anything at all. It could be related to something that you saw, did, whatever, something that happened yesterday, or it can just be a random drawing, whatever feels like coming out on that day. It is not about perfection at all. It can be really amateurish and, rough and basically a doodle. But when you draw, the way your brain works is different. Certain parts of your brain get activated, and doing that first thing in the morning helps. and you're keeping it really really simple, right? You're drawing in a tiny little square, just one or two doodles, whatever you like, and that's it. And there we go, that your page is ready. Every morning I've been doing this, and I realize that I notice even more how my hand reaches for my phone as soon as I wake up. But I consciously remember, nope, no reading, nothing, no input, just look at the time, that's it. Then I get out of bed, I brush and all that, and then have some morning, like where I open windows and whatnot, all that. I finish all that, then I come back, sit in bed, and write this one page, and it's so relaxing. She calls it Sunday morning routine because it's like starting your day slow, like how you would on a Sunday morning, but you're doing this every day. So that's such a gift for yourself, right? You're gifting yourself a Sunday morning feeling every morning. It takes 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it doesn't take too long. And again, as I said, it's not a journal. You don't have to log every single thing that you've done. It's not about documenting your life completely. It's not about that. It's just about relaxing and enjoying the process. I told this to my about this practice to my friend. I spoke to her about it, and she said, yeah, I don't want to overthink this, so I'm going to get a very like a rough notebook and do it in that. So then you become even more free, right? It's like when I was in college, I had a third hand car, not second hand, third hand car to drive around. And somehow, when I was driving that, I was a much better driver than when I tried to drive any new car ever in my life. So, somehow knowing that it's okay, a little scratch and dent, nothing's going to happen, ensured that not one scratch, not one dent happened. I was a pro driver because of having that kind of a car. The same way, don't overthink it. Take a rough notebook. If you like, even start doing this in sheets of paper and then just file it. It doesn't even matter. And just use a pen, that's pen or pencil, whatever you like. That's easy to write with, and just write. Uh, Try this out for a few days. The benefits that I noticed, one, of course, starting the day slow and relaxed, which I anyway do, but even more so deeply relaxed, felt good. For years now, I've been trying to cut the habit of looking at my phone first thing in the morning and getting lost online. I haven't been able to stick to that. Every time I try it, I last for a few days and then I get tempted, to. So I'll first start reading a book and then slowly start, checking messages, emails, and stuff like that. First thing in the morning. So that temptation I've been able to overcome, because we all know to give up something, you need to replace it with something else, and that is very effective. So this has turned out to be quite an effective replacement, because it's something I'm looking forward to. It's kind of fun. So, and the previous day I become more alert. So that's another advantage. I'm more alert. I'm like thinking, I'm going to document this in that book tomorrow. It's somewhere here and there, right? So I become more aware when I'm in my day out and about. If not, I make an effort to go stand in the balcony or something, because I don't go out every day. So, it's not like I'm listening to bits of conversation and seeing interesting things out in the world. So I make it a point to go stand at the balcony, or out near the window, so that I'm looking at plants and trees and birds and, nature and stuff like that, and feeling it. So it's bringing me more into the moment. And sometimes I may forget to even write about it later, but that doesn't matter. Just the fact that I'm like, oh, I need to do this, it's reminding me to go and even a few minutes go and experience the real world and nature, instead of just being online in some form or another. And that, when I sit down to, so I'm always excited to do this writing, because I would have already had so many ideas the previous night in my head, right? So that helps me. And I feel like it'll reduce my need to say a control in my instinct to keep checking things online. It's reduced it a lot, so that's very very nice. This is something that's impacting through the rest of my day also, not just in the morning. So that's very good. And I feel like I've been writing more and feeling more creative because you start your day by um, applying two creative muscles. One is writing and two is drawing. In such a short while, it kind of lights up certain parts of your brain which become dull otherwise if you're only getting online and taking inputs, right? So morning, if that gets lit up, that's what I feel a tendency to do the rest of the day also. I'm noticing that I'm not perfect. I'm still addicted to being online. I've been lately, I mean, I've almost given up on Instagram, but lately I've been hooked on Substack. Yeah, sure, it's a little more high quality reading and stuff, but it's still an addiction. So I'm being mindful about it. However, as I said, it's reduced. I can step away from my phone, from my computer more often, more easily, and come into the present moment, into the real world more easily also. And all these things will help you clear your head if there are maybe some problems that in your business or something that you're working around trying to figure something out. Writing this way and allowing output to happen um, as a sure thing every single morning, that's going to help you clear up many other things, give you ideas, see things in a new way. So yeah, so this is like a wonderful habit. Thanks to Anne Handley. I feel so grateful that she's come out with something so simple for us to do. So to this is a great daily writing practice, basically. So yeah, that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. I would love to know if you try. So, subscribe to my newsletter and reply to my welcome email and let me know if this is something you are trying and how you feel about it. All right. Thank you so much for listening. This is Susmita Veganosaurus. You're listening to the Feel Good Factor. Talk to you again next week. Take care. Bye. And don't forget to sign up to my newsletter, veganosaurus.com/newsletter.